We're live. Morning. It's bike day for us down here in Miami, Florida. It's an absolutely gorgeous day. Why don't you pan out to see how flat the water is, but it's a little toasty, right? But we're here live and we're gonna talk to Monica Rizo, one of my athletes who had her 1-year anniversary with us this past June. And I just wanted to introduce her and share about her successes and kind of tell you a little bit about her journey. So Monica, say your full name, how old you are, and just introduce yourself a little bit.
Okay, I'm Monica Rizo. I'm 56 years old.
What?
Yeah.
I did not know that. You look amazing. Wow.
Thank you.
Okay, cool.
And I'm an office HR manager for a medical equipment company.
Okay, cool. So how did you find Full Circle?
Actually, I found Full Circle when I was I did my first duathlon at the Huntington disease
Okay.
race.
And what year was that?
That was 2018, I think it was, before they switched it over to, it was the last July that they did it.
Okay, got it.
And so you were doing the pre-race
Clinic. Okay, cool.
And so I really loved, what you had to say and so on. So I really kind of like, after that, I was dabbling with the idea. It was a back and forth, a struggle, it's
Yes.
how to get there. So last year, you were offering this question and answer for your new
Beginner
virtual,
Tri. Yeah, the
beginner tri.
virtual, it was the virtual beginner tri program called the Finish Line Triathlon Program.
Right.
We offered it last year during COVID, and
COVID.
it was supposed to be completely online. So
Yeah.
you sought me out for that.
Yeah, and I did, and I went online, and so I figured I was already getting bored of just running because I was doing run walk. I had been doing that for a while, and I was biking, but not to this extreme like we do here. So it was like I just figured, let me do something new,
Right.
and it was 8 weeks. I'm like, what do I have to lose?
Right. What else is happening right now?
Exactly.
Last summer, not much was going on, right?
So yeah, and I just fell in love with the sport. It was so much fun. Everybody was so welcoming. It was just amazing.
Okay, cool.
And
so
I got hooked.
you got hooked,
I
right?
got
So you're
hooked.
still with me. It's a year and a month or two later, and she's still here. So that's a good sign.
Yay.
So why don't you talk about maybe with some of the struggles you had along the way, and maybe something that you learned that stood out for you.
As I said, I had been running for a while, but it was always the run walk, and I was not getting any faster. Actually, I was getting slower, and my heart rate is really high. So one thing that I really learned and I improved was in my running.
Yes.
Also with my cycling, as I said, I did cycle, but I didn't really know how to use the gears and a lot of things that I learned here with you, which has made me a lot faster and a better cyclist, especially with safety and everything. So
Okay, cool. And then you
and
added
then the
swim.
swimming. I added the swimming, which I had done in high school, but that was a long time ago.
Right.
Which I love, but I'm still struggling with it a little bit. I'm still learning, especially in lake swims. I don't like too much.
Right, because of the conditions.
Because of and it's kind of like because the water is a different density. It kind of like
Your buoyancy isn't the same.
It's not the same.
Right.
So yeah.
So you've done how many triathlons since that first initial? We did our mock triathlon in August after the 8 weeks and out here on the
Right.
Key. And then after that, you've gone on to do a couple of races.
I've done 5 so far.
5!
Yeah,
Woohoo! So you're
all
a real
sprint.
triathlete.
All sprints except for one. One was an Olympic.
Okay, cool. And so in the race experience, like you say you still struggle with the swim, but are you confident enough to get through the swim for a race? You're just looking to get faster, or
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, I know. That's another thing that I learned was, if you panic, just relax, breathe. I learned how to talk to myself and talk myself out of the situations, the scary situations.
The scary situations, exactly. And so what about like your lifestyle? How's Full Circle as far as the lifestyle coaching aspect of it, the nutrition side of things? How has that impacted you?
Huge. I thought I knew about nutrition, but I really learned a lot. So especially now I've learned how to use natural foods to fuel the sport, the running, the biking, the performance, instead of just using gels and stuff, which I used to use before, and my stomach was just a mess.
Right.
And now I've learned that, and I've learned about, fat fueling and so on. So nutrition, a huge plus. I've learned how to face my fears in the water, in the biking, and in the running too, because it's always the last thing of
Right.
the race. So
And you definitely had a breakthrough in your run recently where you finally broke. What happened? Like, we've been working on getting faster. You know,
Yes.
she came at about a 12 to 13 minute mile with a 170 heart rate. So we've worked really hard on getting your aerobic conditioning in a good place so you can have a lower heart rate and then not be afraid to see those high numbers
Right.
when you push hard. So what happened? You had a recent transition run where you were able to make.
yeah, I did 11-minute miles, so that for me was huge.
Right. And
Yeah.
then you even had 1 mile, just solo mile off the bike at a 10,
At
right?
a 10, yeah.
Yeah. So we're working our way down, and you've made so many amazing accomplishments. I'm
Yeah.
so proud of you. And you came from the very beginner program, and it just shows that, you know, it's a process. It takes time. It's not an overnight thing. It's 3 different sports in one.
Yeah.
And so as an inspiration to me and to many of the athletes in my group, like, what would you say to someone who is new and maybe considering joining my program? What would you say to them?
I would say, give it a try. You have nothing to lose. It's actually, you've got a lot to gain. Especially the group of Full Circle, the tribe is just an amazing tribe. We all have different journeys. It doesn't matter how long, what you're training for, how the length of your race, or how short, how slow, how fast you are. Everybody pushes each other, and it's so encouraging. It's just an amazing vibe. It really is.
Awesome.
And it's fun. It's a lot of fun. It's hard work, but it's fun. And you all make it fun, and the coaches are just amazing.
Thank
They're
you so
always
much.
they're there to mentor you. They're there to pull you up when you're feel it at your lowest. So it's great.
I love that. Well, thank you so much for sharing, and let's give a high five. I'm super proud of you, and it's really just the beginning,
I
right?
know.
So what are your future goals? Let's hear that.
My future goals is eventually do a half Ironman.
Yay.
So yeah.
Awesome. Okay, cool.
And
Well,
we'll take
good
it from
luck.
there.
I am so excited to be a part of your journey, as all my coaches are here at Full Circle, and I couldn't be more proud of you. So thanks for listening, guys.
Bye.
Bye.